It's not just for-profit ventures. It's about converting a new idea into an innovative enterprise. And this concept of creative destruction comes from Peter, who is it the Austrian economist for entrepreneurial economics? So the idea of entrepreneurship is really to drive long-term value creation.
Just one second. Just can you go back one slide? Have you heard of the term creative destruction? Can you? It's a key point that's very important. Can you explain it just briefly so they may not be familiar with Schumpeter or creative destruction? That's when they didn't talk about it yet in class. And I think it's a very important concept for entrepreneurship.
Creative destruction, I think it's probably best to look at it in terms of an example. The motor car was developed by Daimler Chrysler, and Ford comes in with a better process, streamlining the production line, creating cars for the masses. So the process of creative destruction is basically killing old business models and applying new business models that are more effective. But in my sense, business models have a broad understanding, social, environmental, business, whatnot. So
that's fantastic. The main point being that the way that a lot of businesses and economies develop is through creative destruction, where new entrepreneurs, new businesses, new ideas, new models come up and they're better, more efficient, more powerful, more valuable than the old ones. So they destroy the old ones and in the process create something better and newer. So this is what this economist, philosopher, Schumpeter was talking about. And this is something which S.Dev is bringing up as part of social entrepreneurship as well. It's a very interesting point.
Yeah, for example, like the advent of email would destroy mail, a typical mail system. Or you have something like Skype destroying the whole international telephone business. So that kind of thing.
Just like to welcome our team member, Majolin from France, and another friend of ours, Morgan from Ashoka. Ashoka is this huge, big organization that works in supporting social entrepreneurs. She's global, So let's look, social entrepreneurship. If you look at the core understanding of entrepreneurship, we wouldn't need to say the word social entrepreneurship. But because of the system that we operate in, we have to try to segregate between business entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs. So that's where the whole term of social entrepreneurship comes in. So what is social entrepreneurship all about? So like I said earlier, it differs from business entrepreneurship, but theoretically, social entrepreneurship is really about coming up with the most innovative idea to address a social or environmental problem. And this can mean that you can use the markets to solve your problem. You can be a commercial NGO, you can become a social business in order to address a social problem. So it's really about identifying the social problem, developing an innovative solution, and then creating and managing a venture, social change. And your bottom lines become diverse, really. So what happens is you try to stay afloat in the market by generating value. That value is either for your community or for funders. You have many stakeholders. You can get philanthropic capital because you're generating value for them and you're providing impact to a target group. So really, again, it's a blend. I'm going to repeat this blend thing all the time just so that you get the notion of what it's all about. So, well, what are the tangible ideas from social entrepreneurship? They're basically non-profit, citizen group, social business, and mostly these new emerging enterprises. So, again, social enterprise looks at, in a graph, social enterprise looks at how you can balance between your social environmental return of being a purely philanthropic enterprise versus generating economic returns at the same time. So it's really up to the enterprise to determined by advice on this graph. In terms of some real examples, Wikipedia is purely philanthropic, relies on donations, but creates a lot of value. It's sustainable.
You might have to explain a bit what
Wikipedia is an online encyclopedia which allows people, basically anyone, to come in and edit information, add information. It's this process called peer production, where it follows suit from the whole open source community where people come together. Because I'll have to talk about long tail economics here.
Go on the example, no theory.
Okay. So the next one is a blend, really. This is a hospital. It's a private venture called the Aravind Eye Hospital in India. What they do is they have two very unique models. They basically charge paying patients, and paying patients get to subsidize poorer patients who cannot get cataract lens operations. And as a result, they've given over 2 million free operations because of a business model in which rich patients subsidize poor patients. At the same time, they've also created really low-cost cataract lenses. The normal cataract lenses probably cost between $1,005, and they've managed to bring down the cost to about $10 in partnership with another social entrepreneur in the US called David Green. We'll go through some cases later.
อันนี้เป็นเลนส์แก้วตาครับเขาทำเลนส์สำหรับว่าคนที่ตาเรียกอะไรว่าตาเหมือนใกล้ๆจะบอดที่มันขาวๆผ้าๆอย่างเงี้ยที่ปกติถ้าไปโอเปเรตปกติก็จะแพงมากแต่ว่าที่อินเดียนี่เขาทำแบบว่าเป็นฟรีเลยมีกลุ่มที่จ่ายได้ก็จ่ายแล้วก็ซับซิไดซ์ให้กลุ่มที่ไม่มีตังค์แล้วเขาก็พัฒนาร่วมกับที่อเมริกาครับทำเลนส์ที่แบบว่า good enough อย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็ถูกกว่าเดิมแบบว่า10 เท่าอะไรเงี้ยครับแล้วก็ทำให้แบบว่าenterprise มันก็ sustainable ด้วยแล้วก็ดีด้วยOh, but the word is a bit difficult.
No, it's good. So another market-based initiative is the hybrid products generate environmental value, able to generate economic value at the same time. They're able to stay afloat in the market. In fact, funny fact for you, a lot of the hybrid cars are selling at $10,000 more than their original value because this is in the U.S. because it's in such high demand. And the traditional product service hybrid segmentation for social enterprises. You could have, there's this thing called Appanah in the northeast of Thailand. What they do is they get hill tribe communities, handicrafts from hill tribe communities, and they help them market it online. And all of the proceeds go back to these hill tribe communities. And as a result, they can gain an additional income. Digital divide data. It's a good example actually of a blended value enterprise. Why? Because what it is, it's like an outsourcing firm. They get outsourcing jobs from the US and so forth, and they train young people, underprivileged young people in Cambodia. And after they provide IT training, they give them jobs within the enterprise. And PDD is probably Cambodia's biggest IT company right now. TRN is its core program focuses on trying to help farmers in the northeast of Thailand improve their income. How does it do that? It tries to match, I'm going to say this, market-based loans with technologies, grassroots technologies like drip irrigation and so forth, get farmers to buy into these technologies and provide a sort of solution, a map as to how you can use these technologies to do things like organic agriculture, remain more competitive in the market, and at the end of the day increase your income. So you're not only creating environmental value in terms of organic agriculture, but you're also creating economic value by creating income. The annual income of farmers before this was about 5,000 baht a year. It's the annual revenue. This program has allowed a community to earn up to 3,000 baht a month in terms of income. So we'll go through some cases of leading social entrepreneurs. This is Jaru Bilimoria. She runs a helpline in India